Hi everyone and welcome to this one-off video of tips for starters Alpha 16 in Rimworld. This is going to be a little video to help starters start off the game without dying in the first couple of days. Give them a little shove in the right direction. This is my own opinion, so if you don't think these are good tips, well, sorry. This is my tips that I like to do. Well, tip one is research. Remember to always just check a video. Just look on the wiki just to see, you know, look through the list. What's this? I'll click on this to find out what I got to do to get this started. You know, how far along in the game should I get this started? What it does, what materials it needs, stuff like that. Just to get yourself in a stance where you at least know the basics. Tip two is planning. Plan the first 2 or 3 days of what you're going to do. Be it building your ready bedrooms, you know, get your growing areas set up, get a refrigeration place set up, get your stockpile under shelter, maybe some defenses. You know, you don't want to go in the game, build bedrooms, get refrigeration, and you forget on day 2 that you even started growing any crops, and then within 20 days you're going to be out of food. You'll just have to hunt all the time, which is very annoying, especially when a toxic fallout comes out, when you can't go outside to get anything. So make sure you just plan the first couple of days. I don't mean plan from the start to the finish. I mean just a little tiny 3 days of just the main necessities and basics. Tip number 3 is difficulty. Don't make the game too hard or too easy for yourself. You will not enjoy it if it's too hard. You're going to have raid after raid after event after event, and it's going to get very annoying. You're going to die all the time. You have to reset from the last save or restart the game, and it's just going to get very frustrating. Too easy is going to have the adverse effect as you're going to sail through the game and you won't know, you know, what is the difficulty, what is in this game, because there's not much events happening, there's not many raids, you know, nothing's happening. I'm not having fires and all that all everywhere, and it's going to be too easy. So start on Cassandra Classic. On some challenges, a good medium starting bit just for the first couple of weeks, and if you find it too easy or too hard, you go and you can change it in the menu without starting the game all over again, which makes it very easy to do. Tip number 4 is location. Always look at where you're going to spawn. You generate your world map and then you properly have a detailed look. You don't just jump of where it looks pretty or looks, oh that's cool, it's right next to 25 red skulls. I like red skulls, let's go next to them. It will not work. Look for a place with year-round growing is good to start off with, so you don't have to worry about when you got to store up food and stuff like that. Look for a lot of friendly encampments around you, so if you want to set up a caravan you can do that and just trade with them later on in the game. Make sure it's not too hot or too cold. If it's too hot and cold, your people are going to get very shitty and they will not work properly. That brings us to number 5, which is actually people. Make sure you got people with certain skills that you need your stuff to do, i.e. someone that's good at cooking, construction, you know, you want someone that's good at social and maybe medical. You want to make sure you got your fundamental priorities sorted first before you look for anyone that's super good at shooting but not good at anything else, because he's a waste. He'll only be effective when there's hunting to be done, which is fair enough, but you can't cook the food. And secondly, when there's a raid to be done, and sometimes that's not every single day. So make sure you got a wide range of different abilities where they can do mainly everything. Watch out of what their characteristics are like. Make sure all your guys are not pyromaniacs and they just want to start fires and not touch a fire when there is one in your base. You will just, everything will burn unless it's raining, and most of the time it never rains when there's an actual fire, so it's always a problem. Make sure they're not lazy, they're not good at their jobs. You know, you want hard workers, you know, steadfast. Them kind of things are very good. You want crazy people that don't like women and all your tribesmen are women. It's not going to work out for you. And tip number 5 is buildings. Don't go crazy at the start. Don't go in there and build a bedroom 20 by 20 with royal beds, you know. Don't build a huge stockpile that can hold 1,000 bits of material. Don't a fridge that can hold 1,000 buffalo corpses in there. It's going to be pointless to you because, you know, you're going to spend most of your time, most of your materials doing that. And by the time that's finished, you know, you've got no defenses, you're going to get raided by that time quite a few times if you're building 20 by 20 bedrooms and all that stuff. You know, it's not worth it. Build small, 4 by 6 bedrooms are good. A little kitchen has maybe 1 stove, 1 butcher's table. You know, just build into the mountain is a good and easy way to start off. So that is a good tip. Do not build too big. Tip number 7, don't caravan too early. I learned this the wrong way. In my series of Rimworld, I haven't caravanned yet, but when I've played it before, I did with 3 people. They travelled quite a far way to trade with a group, and yeah, they were raided about 3 times on the way there, all died, lost everything I had, and it was pointless, and I had to start from basically from strats with the 3 people I had behind. So don't do that. Just plan out, you know, when you get raids, when you get caravans coming to you, you know, there's a lot of people there. There's a lot of animals with them. They're not just like 3, 4 people. There's a lot of them. Make sure you have 5 people to go off, and it's not going to affect the people that's left behind. You know, don't take all the cooks and all the constructors. You know, that's going to put you in a world of hurt in the later game. And tip number 8, I think is the most important tip, is have fun. Don't, you know, go into the game thinking, I've got to do this, I've got to get to this rocket. Have some fun, you know, if a raid comes and destroys all your people and you've got 1 person left, rename him Mad Max and just have him try and survive on his own, you know. If you have a wild buffalo going crazy, like a herd of them, just a little game, you know, cowboys and Indians, you know, shoot all the buffaloes down, I don't care. You know, don't make it too serious, you won't enjoy the game. Keyboards will be thrown, and it's not a game to be like that, you know. It's not FIFA, it's not Call of Duty. You know, have some fun. So yeah, that's the end of the tips. Leave a like and subscribe, and also watch my videos. They're not the best for the tips. I didn't follow the tips in the first series, and the Extreme Randy one is a bit crazy, so definitely didn't follow the tips when I randomized everything. So I'll see you later, guys, and thank you very much.